This year, our stewardship theme is Be Bold, Share God's Love. This boldness is simply an open heart that's willing to say yes to the gentle whispers of divine grace, knowing that even in the reality of our limitations, God will provide. Just as the Gospels themselves are made up of so many stories, so too is Queen of Peace. We find so many stories of God's love here. I'd like to introduce John and Tara Massini as they share their family stewardship journey with us. Enjoy.
My name's Tara Massini. My husband, John. We have 3 young kids, Annie, Eric, and Lucy. They keep us very busy.
And we felt like the church has been very welcoming to kids. There are a lot of young families here, and it's just fun. We really appreciated just kind of the welcoming atmosphere around here.
There's just so many ministries to get involved with here. You see so many options.
Each one is a good fit for a different person, and you may start with one ministry, find that, oh, actually there's this other ministry that's available that would be a much better fit for you. It's okay to switch, and while we've been here, we really haven't felt pressured to do one thing in particular over another thing. When our kids were born, things got a little bit crazy, and it was hard for both of us to be in ministry at that point, and we're taking care of 2 kind of wild babies back in the crying room for a little bit. We hadn't really been too involved with any of the service ministries for a little bit. Then Erica approached us and asked if we wanted to be part of the stewardship committee. They teach us all about all different parts of our faith. They were talking about this painting by Caravaggio of Matthew when he was being called to be part of Jesus' ministry, where he's sitting there with all his tax collector friends and everything. And the painting of him being, who, me? He's kind of surrounded, and you know, his regular life, he's got his plan for what he's going to do. It's not really kind of part of the plan that Jesus had for him right then. And that's kind of the feeling that I had when Erica said, hey, why don't you come and do this? I'm like, oh, come on now. Is this something that I'm going to be doing? But as we did that and kind of went out of my comfort zone with that, it's something that really changed the way that I experienced my life in the church over here. Where before, you know, I'd come in, I'd go to church, and then after the final blessing, kind of ready to sprint out the door and be on with the rest of my week. But this is something that really completely restructures things. Where your treasure is, your heart will be. If you really make a point to spend time to use your finances building the church, that's something that really changes the whole experience of it. It's a big change in how I thought about giving money to the church. Before, you know, I'd pass the basket, I'd kind of toss some of whatever's in my wallet in there, but it was always kind of a last minute, unplanned kind of thing, as opposed to really making a commitment to have a structured plan.
Now, especially with the online giving options, it makes it a lot easier for us to factor in.
There are challenges that we're called to do, and there can be the easy option, like saying maybe somebody else should do the video this year, or stepping in and saying, you know what, I think that it's time to get back and contribute as well.
For me, the music ministry was always something I had wanted to be involved with. It had brought me closer in my faith, and to be able to kind of then share that and pass it along.
In the ministry I've recently joined, which is lecturing, it's something that has helped me to learn more about the Word. That's one of the reasons that I chose it, and I've enjoyed that aspect of it.
Created in God's way, in righteousness
and holiness of truth.
I was also able to get involved with the First Communion preparation class.
Andy's just completed her First Communion, and Eric's going to be starting up with his classes at some point. It's been a great way to get them involved.
Being bold has a lot to do with just taking chances that you wouldn't necessarily think about taking at first, and being stewards and being responsible for things that are not really ours, but have been granted to us by God as these amazing gifts. You really want to take care of those things and share them with the rest of the world. Sharing God's love that seems like it's an easy thing to do. We actually went through a miscarriage a couple of years ago, and that was very hard, and it took me a very long time to get past. But when we were here, and we would even just be praying the regular Mass prayers, you sort of hear them, and you hear all the words again in a different way, and can really find comfort for whatever you're going through, and kind of take that to heart, and take that to keep praying on that, and gain strength from that. And even if you're not necessarily in the right frame of mind when you walk through the door, Jesus will get you there. He just is so present in this place and speaks to me every time that I am here.
It feels like home.
Yeah.
This is the air I breathe. This is the air I breathe. Your holy presence living in me. This is my daily bread. This is my daily bread. Your very word spoken to me. This is
As we await the blessed hope and the coming of our Savior, Jesus Christ.